Hello, 7th graders. I'm sorry I can't be there today, but I have no doubt that you are working hard and I really appreciate it. What I'm going to ask that you do is on the piece of loose leaf that you're doing the pixel art, if you can take some notes on these two types of problems, and then you'll be able to go back and finish the challenge problems of the pixel art. These problems, as you see, are going to use some of our algebra with the simple interest formula. So it's Denise has a car loan of $8,000. Over the course of the loan, she paid a total of $1,680 in interest at a simple interest rate of 6%. How many months was the loan? Well, because it says simple interest, that tells us we're going to use our formula I equals P times R times T. Now we want to go through and fill in the numbers that we know. So the car loan of $8,000, that would be your principal amount. The money you put into the account is your principal. So we would put the $8,000 under the P. Then if I go a little further, it said she paid a total of $1,680 in interest. So because that's in interest, that would be our I. So I put 1,680 here. I'm going to bring down my equals times the remaining number they give us is 6%. 6% is a rate, so I'm going to put 6% in here, and now I am trying to find my t, or my time. Now I have a variable to solve for. So the first thing I'm going to do when solving this is I'm going to put together the 8,000 and the 6%. So I'm going to do 8,000 times 6%, and I find out that 1,680 is going to equal 480 times x. Well, what's the opposite of multiplying by 480? Dividing by 480. So you're going to divide both sides by 480. So if I take 1,680 and I divide it by 480, I end up with 3.5 equals x. And I could always check that back in my calculator by doing 8,000 times 6% times 3.5. And if I get the number I have here, then I know I'm correct. The only thing that's not quite done with this problem is that remember that T stands for time measured in years. So this 3.5 is 3.5 years. What I need to look at, though, is how many months that would be. Well, how many months in a year? 12. So I would take the 3.5 and I would multiply it by 12. And when I do that, I end up with, sorry about that, I was saying when I multiply 3.5 by 12, I end up with 42. So my answer would be 42 months. All right, let's look at question 24. It says, a certificate of deposit has an annual simple interest rate of 5.25%. If 567 in interest is earned over a 6-year period, how much was invested? So again, we're going to start with our formula, I equals P times R times T. And what I want to do is go and fill in each of the numbers that I know. Well, the simple interest rate of 5.25%, that would be your R. So I put my 5.25% with the percent sign underneath it. If 567 in interest is earned, so that means my I would be 567. Over a 6-year period, that's going to be my T. Now I'm solving for the P, how much I invested, the principal amount. So again, the first thing that I'm going to do is multiply together the 5.25% times 6. And when I do that, I get that 567 equals 0.315 times x. Now I just flipped the x to the other side, but remember that multiplying is commutative, so it doesn't matter whether it's x times that or that times x. The opposite of multiplying by 315 thousandths is to divide by 315 thousandths. And remember, of all the numbers, the principal is going to be the biggest one because that's the one, that's the amount you initially put in. So you're going to find I get an answer of $1,800 for x. or the amount I invested, the principal amount was $1,800. Again, I can check that by doing 1,800 times 5.25% times 6. And I got 567, so I'm correct. Use this problem when trying the challenge problems. Read them carefully and look what they are asking on them. If you have any questions, let us know. Help each other out. When you're done, you're going to scan and turn in the work from the pixel art under number 3 for today. Thank you. Have a great day. I hope to be back tomorrow.